Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy S7 Roku here with a brand new video. Look at this drip here, fellas. Alright, this shit is so clean, dude. Shout out to Sector 6 and S7. And then on the back here, oh my god, lean down. The red 7 on the StableSeven, it's so clean. Use code Roku at Sector 6, boys. I think there's a code that's just StableSeven. Either one. Doesn't matter to me. Today, we're gonna be playing with my friend Doge. I'm not in a Discord call with him right now. Today is a story time video. I know you guys do love these story videos, okay? You know, alright, if my school sees this is at my school. Alright, I'm just explaining the story. I mean, the odds of them really seeing this video are very slim. Plus, I'm 18 now. Like, I don't think I can actually get in trouble with this anymore. I mean, I freaking hope not, but... And it was 2 years ago anyway. Today, I'm going to get into the topic of how I got suspended from school. I don't even know where to begin here. Obviously, I'm not going to be using real people's names, like the people that are involved in this story and just like what happened. I'm not involving names. It was sophomore year, alright, in high school. I'm still in high school, obviously, but sophomore year, alright. America's beyond fucked up, and there's a lot of threats that go around, especially directing towards schools, such as like shooting threats and just stuff like that. So it was like a Friday or something, and this was sophomore year, so this was about 2 years ago for me. We ended up getting 2 threats before the weekend, and we had some I think they were both shooting threats, if I believe, or one was a bomb threat, something along those lines. It was super fucked up, and the kids obviously got punished. I don't even know who did it, because obviously they're not going to tell the school or tell anybody about it. I don't know if they were doing it for like jokes, or if they were doing it for trying to get off school. You know, there's a lot of different motives for jokes or threats like that. You know, no one really knows if it's a joke, but nowadays it's not taken as a joke, because it's just not a joke anymore. So with that being said, we had some threats, okay, and my initial reaction to these threats on Snapchat, and there's also a situation where there was like actual guns on campus, and obviously that guy got interrogated, and like the FBI showed up. Like, it was a whole fucking, it was insane. So my initial reaction or response to this was to make a threat to the threat. So to the people, it was directed towards the people that made these threats. And I had a picture of a knife, and it was a Swiss Army knife, mind you, okay? It is not a very big knife at all. It's actually quite small, to be honest with you. Like, it's literally made for like the outdoors. It has a toothpick on it. Like, it's not really made for a stabbing or made for looks or anything. It's literally made for being utilized. Fucking retarded version of me. I took the picture of the knife. I had the knife like somewhere on the picture, and then half my face in the picture. But I said to the threats that you're gonna get stabbed. Now, it was more, I have a horrible sense of humor, so for me personally, it was more of a joke, but it was also like a little serious, because like I was just getting fed up with just the threats, and we having to get off school because of it, having to go home early, and it was just disrupting our lives at school, you know. And I'm a very protective person. That's just how I've always been, especially towards like family and like really close friends. The weekend goes by, and like, so on Friday, whenever I took the picture, it was after school hours. I was at home, obviously. I think it was like nighttime or something, and someone ended up screenshotting the picture. It was up for maybe like a minute or 2 minutes on my story. Again, bad idea. I regret everything I've done. First, I didn't know who it was. Like, I didn't know the person personally. I had no idea. Like, went into her messages, and then I asked, you know, why she screenshot, and then I just got left on red. So I was like, that's not good. So I obviously deleted the picture, tried talking to her about it, but she just kept ignoring me. The weekend goes by. I didn't really think too much of it. I mean, there was a chance that I was gonna get in trouble. So Monday rolls around, okay, and I was in first hour in math class, and the teacher got a call saying, we need Danny down to the office with all of his belongings, because he will not be returning. And my friends were like, oh shit, what's going on here? And I was like, yep, there it is, boys. My time is up. It was a horrible experience. So, like, I'm not gonna lie, this was the worst day of my fucking life. I go down to the office, and obviously I have my backpack. I have nothing on me. As usual, I don't take shit to school. But yeah, so I had my bag on me. So I walked into the office, and I got told to go to the, I think it was my head principal or something, but I ended up walking in there, and a cop was there as well, like the school police officer. I mean, I already knew what I was there for. I already knew what was going on. They're like, do you know why you're down here? And I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know. So then one of the other principals pulled up the picture that the girl screenshotted, because I guess she emailed it to them or something. I'm not sure how he got it, but anyways, it ended up getting into the school's hands. So they pulled it up on the laptop and showed me the picture, and they're like, can you explain this? I was like, no, not really. Like, I understand that it was a threat, and I understand I'm in the wrong for that, but it was more in defense of myself and the school as a whole. They ended up talking to the other principals and, like, other people in the school, and they understood more where I was coming from, like, but they still had to do something about it, because they said if people found out that this got into our hands and the school didn't do anything about it, you know, the way it'd make our district and school look pretty bad, because threats are okay, which they're not. So I was like, yeah, I understand. Like, do whatever you have to do. You know, I completely understand. Then the cop started kind of being a little dickhead. I'm not gonna lie. He the school cop. You know, he's always on campus and whatnot. And he pretty much said that I could be arrested for this. I just kind of sat there. I was like, okay, I mean, I understand, but in my mind, I just think that's, like, whatever. I'm not going to talk about it, but, like, I understand where they're coming from, you know. It's still a threat at the end of the day. Whatever my intention was, it's still a threat on campus, directed towards school, or on campus, you know, directed towards something on campus of the school, relating to school. But they ended up calling my mom and dad. I mean, I didn't talk to my dad at the time, but my mom, she was on her way to work, and this was before I had my license or car or anything, so she ended up turning around and had to come pick me up from school, and she was very upset by that. I waited about 30 minutes to an hour, and we just kind of sat there and talked. They didn't search my phone, surprisingly. I mean, they said, just don't touch your phone, and we don't have any reason to search you because you've been honest with us. They stripped my fucking backpack, my binder, my locker that I've never even touched. I don't even know where my locker is at. I don't use a locker, okay? There's a few nice principals that, you know, like I said, they understood where I was coming from, so I ended up talking to them mostly. And they pretty much just told me that they will let me and my mom know when I can return back to school. So I was like, I mean, that's just a way of putting that I'm getting suspended. Anyway, my mom picked me up. She ended up talking to them. They explained their side of the story and whatnot. And so I got in the car. My mom was more mad that I got, you know, pretty much suspended. Like, she wasn't really as mad for the fact of why, because once I got in the car, I explained my side of the story and pretty much why I did, and she, like, understood more. I mean, I was still grounded because I wasn't at school, obviously. And sophomore year is an important year, you know? Like, you're still in school full-time. You still got to pay attention, got to get your credits up. So getting suspended really, you know, can hurt you. So I ended up just going home, ended up getting grounded. I think I was able to watch Netflix. And I was allowed to play Pokemon on my DS, so I'm pretty sure that's all I did, like, for, like, 10 days. I did end up getting 10 days of out-of-school suspension, which is the maximum punishment that you can get outside of school besides expulsion. And, which is, you know, being expelled. My friends were pretty freaked out by it because they didn't know where the fuck I went after that first hour. Like, they thought I'd never coming back, which I didn't know if I was either. You know, I was just chilling at home. Honestly, OSS isn't as bad as people think it is, besides maybe your home life or how your parents, you know, react to the situation. But my mom was pretty nice about it. Like I said, I played a lot of Pokemon, watched a lot of movies and TV shows, shit like that. But I wasn't allowed to play my Xbox, wasn't allowed to go out and do anything. So, you know, it wasn't horrible, but it definitely was not fun. Like, it's, especially because it hurt my grades really badly. So, anyway, we got a call. They just said that I can't return for 10 school days, which is about 2 full weeks of school. I just put that together in my head. 2 full weeks of being out of school. And I was like, damn. I mean, that's not bad because I don't have to go to school because I don't like school. But it's also, it's not good because I'm grounded for 2 weeks. I can't do anything. And I have to make up all of my fucking assignments and tests that I'm gonna miss because of the 2 weeks is a decent amount of time to miss school. After 2 weeks of being out of school, I ended up getting another call saying that we need to have a meeting with the board and they will discuss if I can stay at the school or not. So that, as soon as I heard that, my fucking heart, like, sank. Like, that was a very scary thing to hear, especially from a principal in my school. He was, like I said, I've always really liked him, and he's just not there anymore, but very chill principal. And he just said that we need to have a talk with the board. And, like, these are the big dogs of the district. I was like, oh, shit. And then my mom ended up talking to my dad, which, you know, I don't have a relationship with my dad anymore. So he did show up to the meeting. And obviously me and my mom was there. And then there's, like, 3 principals, superintendent of the whole district that decides when school's off. I was pretty fucking nervous, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure they could tell at the building because I ended up getting a water bottle in the waiting room because I was starting to sweat a little bit. Anyone would be nervous if you don't know if you can even stay at the district you've been at since 2nd fucking grade. And especially being in high school, like, I would have missed out on so many people that I've started talking to since then. Like, it would have just been a whole different experience. They decided that I can return back to school in however many more days I had left of my suspension. But So, but they did talk about my my past and my grades and stuff like that. But they talked about mainly about my past and like in school and stuff, and like never got in trouble with the law, never got really much trouble at school besides maybe getting yelled at, a little lunch detention here and there, but nothing like serious, you know, nothing that could like hurt me in this situation. I knew I was in the wrong, so I told them my side of the story again, and they understood where I was coming from, but they just said that they have to continue with this because, you know, it's still a threat on campus or around or towards school, so they have to do something about it legally. And I was like, I fully understand that, so do whatever you guys needed me to do. But I was very thankful that I was allowed to go back to school. You know, they sat there and whispered to each other for a few minutes, and then they decided that I can return back to school after my suspension, which also I was lucky now to get ACE, which is just like, it's pretty much ISS, in-school suspension, but you go to the fucking middle school and sit in a classroom all day. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of why and how I got suspended from school for 10 days. You know, it was just a bad situation, man. Like, my mom was really nice about it, thank God. I love my mom to death. You know, shout out to Mama Roku out there. Don't joke about, you know, doing shit to schools or involving people at school, especially taking lives. Do not do that. And definitely do not retaliate in the way that I did and post a picture with a fucking knife like an idiot. And just do the right thing, man. I mean, I'm not even mad at the girl for telling, because how would she know if I'm joking, you know? Especially with all the 2 threats we already had. How would she know that, you know? I can't be mad at her for that. So, you know, and it really did open my eyes in terms of, like, just what I post in general and to be more careful, because you can get in serious trouble for that shit. Because not everything's a joke anymore, you know? Not these days with all these shootings and just fucked up shit in America. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this this whole story video. You don't want to do what I do, okay? Don't fucking do shit like that, because it's not cool, alright? It's bad. It's not good. It looks bad on you, and it's a shit situation, boys. It's a shitty situation. Appreciate you all being here, coming out to the videos as usual. The support's been great, so thank you. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.